Welcome to War Never Changes, everyone. My name is Aaron Love. I'm the DM. And with me today is Shea Dan.
Yes, Hubert, the bomb expert.
Trevor Noah.
As Jimothy, the medicine expert.
Elliot Shanley.
As hair beat fully loaded, the sex appeal expert.
And Sean Curl.
As Midas. Howdy.
Cool. So I believe that Jay, you're going to do the recap this week?
Yeah, I guess I just roll into it and add as much stuff in between that Trevor has to edit out.
Yeah, sounds great.
Last time on War Never Changes, the gang is still in battle. Midas goes school and Pharaoh on a feral ghoul and punches his face in. Even Harriet gets rattled by that. Jimothy ditches the office to help his friends and rushes into battle. Afterwards, they're able to defeat the ghouls, break into the pharmacy, and get some stuff, but no penicillin. Or penicillin. After that, through some quick thinking, Harry's able to grab a water cooler. Hubert straps it to the back of Sparks and sends him into the blaze to put it out, enough to let him escape with some sweet, sweet stuff. Oh, so we leveled up.
Nice. So, thanks for that. And I think that we're just going to kind of jump right in after that recap. So, as you guys leave the Super Duper Mart, behind you, the flames kind of grow and grow. And you guys make your way away from the Super Duper Mart. Where are you guys going to go? What are you guys going to do?
I think I already established with Sean that he didn't find any penicillin on his end.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Then Jimothy's just going to be in like a really dour mood. Oh, she said it would be there, guys. I don't know where else to look.
Harriet offers him like a high five.
Okay. He'll like. Are you like? Is your hand as high as it can go?
No, it's like a down low, but it's kind of like off to the side a little, so
Okay.
it doesn't look like I can swipe it like back. It would have to be kind of like a weird jerk.
I'll go for it.
All right, yeah, and I'm gonna like kind of slap it, not as hard as I can, but like hauntingly.
Did you say hauntingly?
Yeah, tauntingly.
Oh, tauntingly.
Yeah.
I heard hauntingly.
Yeah, I heard hauntingly too. I'm like, woo.
No, tauntingly. I'm trying to get him to see who can slap the hardest in a high five. If we can get the loudest high five.
Any ideas where we should go?
Towards penicillin.
Well, apparently it's back in that burning building, but it isn't.
Nah, well, we didn't find any there. There must be more elsewhere.
So, Harriet, I believe you're a expert of the area. Is there any pharmacy places or maybe hospitals nearby that in your expertise might remember?
Could I try to like subtly, before I try recalling knowledge of a hospital, like look around and see if I see one in the general vicinity?
Sure, give me like a perception check.
I don't think Harriet would be subtle about it.
I don't think that Harry's
subtle's
subtle
in
about
big
anything.
quotes there. That's a nat one.
Yeah, all that you see is just like open wasteland.
Can I think back?
Yeah.
Right.
So that'd be like recall knowledge with
That's
like
an action, right?
Yeah. with I believe it's like society is what you would roll.
Aaron, are we gonna be that kind of podcast that we announce like any new updates and skill feats and stuff that we got when we leveled up, or do you want to cover that at all?
That's a very good question. I did not even think about that.
That was like a soft lead into some like meta knowledge that we heard about Harriet's level up. So I didn't know if that was something that we could talk about or not. It's up to you.
Yeah. I don't really care either way. What do you guys think about that?
I'm gonna leave them guessing.
Yeah, they'll see it eventually. Probably, maybe.
I mean, yeah,
Sure.
I don't know. I like I said, I didn't even think about
We'll be a tease podcast then.
that. I mean, with the sex appeal, we're already a tease podcast. But
So, which skill am I rolling for?
society.
Society. Say 25.
Oh shit. So with your knowledge of the area, you know that there isn't really any like hospitals or anything that you know of in the area. Because you guys are so far north of the NCR territory, there isn't a whole lot that Harriet knows of that's beyond Azenta going like north. Which you guys are currently north of Azenta. So yeah, there isn't a whole lot around. Just you know of a couple little settlements and stuff like that, but no like hospitals or anything that might have penicillin.
I'm sorry, Aaron. I meant old world knowledge from like prior time, because I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of penicillin or penicillin in current settlements. But we could probably go raid an old hospital like that's famous or something like that.
Yeah. Let me think back to the grand old days when I first arrived towards Azenta and the kind of.
I mean, that's kind of what I
wander through.
That's kind of what I was assuming that you meant. So that's kind of where I was going with that. Yeah, there's no like really hospitals. I mean, the only like
best bet is probably like triage center at Azenta.
Or like pretty much. Like most of the local resources have been kind of accumulated by Azenta since it's the biggest hub. But yeah, there isn't any major hospitals or anything like that around. Like you might get lucky and like stumble into like a old clinic or something like that, but there's nothing that you really know of.
Okay. Would I know of where the nearest like friendly territory is from Azenta? Like
well, like most of the entire West Coast
Harriet ever make like little out of town
excursions?
Quests? Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean I can give you some of that knowledge with your 25 for sure. So the nearest settlement to Azenta and to where you guys currently located is City Junction. But once again, the further north and further, I mean, there isn't a whole lot around Azenta. Like most people come to this area to either move and continue north towards like what used to be the Portland area, which is essentially just nuclear winter. And they go there to explore and scavenge. Or most people are coming through Azenta to go south to the heart of the NCR territory. Azenta is kind of located so far north that it's kind of by itself in the wasteland up there. But yeah, that's why so many people travel to it, is because all that there is around it is kind of smaller settlements or smaller little groups. There isn't a whole lot of stuff like that nearby. But yeah, the nearest settlement I would say to Azenta would be City Junction.
All right, Jimmy. I think our best bet is heading. Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to give you a little bit more knowledge on that.
On City Junction?
Yeah, on City Junction. Because of who Harriet is. Harriet's not just, some random citizen of Azenta. Since you were kind of the co-founder with Nikkei, you would have a little bit more knowledge on what City Junction is. Harriet isn't super familiar with City Junction, but City Junction is essentially a mini Azenta, or at least is trying to be. And by mini I mean very tiny. It is essentially a settlement that is made up of ghouls and super mutants. It's trying to make a second safe haven for non-humans in the area, because ghouls and super mutants pretty much get shot on sight by NCR and Brotherhood of Steel and any other bigger factions like that. There's non-human settlements that are trying to get safety in numbers. So City Junction is a fairly small settlement made up of non-humans. Peaceful non-humans, I guess I should say.
Yeah, peaceful as they may be, they probably wouldn't have like human antibiotics. I think our best bet, Jimothy, is heading towards the border and going to Mexico.
Well,
In that direction.
We're already in Mexico.
Can I look around and observe Mexico?
Same.
What is this like? Is it still kind of stormy out?
Yeah. So as you guys are are you guys just kind of standing still, or are you guys like walking in a certain direction? Are you guys walking towards like?
We're probably just walking in the direction we came out the door across the parking lot as we're deliberating.
Okay, yeah. So there's like, puddles of that, like, from the storm. There's like rain puddles and that sort of thing. It's kind of a damp, humid in the air, but it's kind of overcast. No rain or rad storms or anything like that above you.
Okay. Sunny Mexico.
Well, it's not really sunny. It's kind of overcast, I guess.
Not so much clouds.
Mexico has everything except penicillin.
Oh, all right. Well, was there anything else we needed other than penicillin? For that, I think our best bet is going back to Azenta.
The irony that Mexico actually has penicillin over the counter, along with
Yeah.
most antibiotics and drugs that are just normal and useful to have.
Yeah, have we like legit tried going to Mexico yet? That might help.
I mean, Mexico's pretty far from where you. I mean, Mexico proper, I guess I should say, is pretty far.
Through
That's all right. We'll just fast travel.
Area.
Fast travel.
Yeah, we'll just wait while the screen loads.
With your broken Pit Boy.
Me and Jimothy will race. We'll get there in no time. I'll have Midas on my shoulders, and you can carry the robot.
Yeah, so speaking of robot, Sparks. Sparks is like 100% just in tiny pieces, or like are there chunks that we could bring back with us?
Oh yeah, Sparks is fine. And you just see him rolling out of the flames.
So yeah, I was gonna say, don't you have to like recraft him or something? How does that work?
Nope, doesn't take any damage from it unless I crit fail.
Oh shit. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, it looks gnarly, but no, he's cool.
He has like some char on him.
Yeah, but like he's got like this cool. I figured like Sparks talks to me through the radio, and so he's got like some like cool jaunty tune going on his thing right now, walking all or rolling out all cocky.
The Pip-Boy has a radio on it too, unless it's malfunctioning. So would I also be picking up Sparks?
I mean, so he would have his own frequency, so it'd be kind of like his own radio station. I mean, if you wanted to like, like mess around with the radio, you can absolutely try.
I feel probably doesn't know about the radio function.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, the iBots have like a speaker on them, and so he's playing the radio station, the way I see it is I basically put him on his own frequency away from the NCR, or no, not NCR, Enclave, frequency and kind of made my own with Sparks. But I imagine it's like one of those things that it's going to be difficult to understand them, but just like, R2D2 eventually gets understood by a lot of people.
Well, yeah, and plus you're also a fellow robot, so I'm sure that it's a bit easier for you to understand them than others.
Yeah, well, true. And also I am his creator, so
yeah,
he owes me.
So yeah, you said fellow robot, and a robot created that robot. Do they have like the same level of sentience, or is there some sort of hierarchy here?
That's you have to ask Shea.
I would refer to, I think with the rules, they are my construct. So we're bonded together. But
Okay.
in Hubert and Sparks' story, Hubert asks Sparks. He doesn't demand.
Sparks is just programmed to comply.
No, because I mean Hubert's fried and different. So he would give Sparks the same opportunities.
All right, that's fair. So I should probably treat Sparks with a little more respect.
If you want to sleep safely, yes, absolutely.
Hubert's just like, I am a generous god.
Yeah, basically.
I feel like Harriet kind of like stares like suspiciously, a little frightened to the robot.
It's like one of those cats that you don't know is going to scratch you or not.
Right. Are you about to? All right.
But I think you're going to scratch me.
So that's essentially side note here. That's essentially my interaction with every cat I've ever met in my entire life. I'm always just like on edge, like, oh god, I'm about to get serrated, aren't I?
That's what makes it so sweet when they decide to like headbutt you and like play around.
Yeah.
You gotta have one of those moments.
That's
we gotta
fair.
get you like a really nice, playful cat.
This is now a cat podcast.
Yeah. So jokes on everybody. War Never Changes is actually like the ongoing war between cats and dogs.
There is no war. Cats already won. They allow dogs home presence.
Fair. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Well, it sounded like the last relevant thing that happened was it sounded like Azenta may have already had penicillin, right?
I mean, nobody knows what they have, and to be honest with you, like what comes through Azenta changes like hourly because it's literally so many travelers that come to and from Azenta to like trade their goods. So like any given moment, just some like a bunch of randos are just like showing up at Azenta and being like, hey, I scavenged this and trading it with their merchants, and then now that those merchants are accumulating the goods from others and then adding it to their inventory. So who knows?
What if we put up flyers that says penicillin wanted, meet us at Azenta?
But how would penicillin read those flyers?
I would not know. Would I know? Could I try to recall some of my medicine knowledge?
Sorry, I'm laughing so hard I'm quiet. If you want to, sure.
10. But
you got
that
10?
is from a net 1.
Oh, yeah, you know nothing.
Harriet stares blankly, like you just fried her brain.
Oh, well, anyway, let's get back to Azenta, I guess.
Horatio,
you're on. And they sprint.
Cool. So as Timothy and Harriet just take off at full sprint running, what's Hubert and Midas can do?
I think I'm going to be doing my standard, just like hanging out casually, walking with Midas as we just go to the destination at a normal pace.
I mean, I'm on Harriet's back.
Oh shit, that's
Oh,
right,
that's
huh?
right.
Touche.
Then Sparks and I are just hanging out, taking the long way.
Yeah.
We're chatting up, doing like robot speak to each other. So we're just like a series of trills and beeps.
Nice. So yeah, as the sun on the horizon slowly goes down into evening, you guys make it back to Azenta.
And then Hubert's like half an hour behind.
No, I would say about, like 10-15, not like not that far.
Who
I mean,
gets to Azenta first?
Should we roll for
You
it?
guys want, yeah, I was gonna say, you guys want to roll for athletics?
21.
Oof.
Damn it. I got a 15 from a 4.
Oh, so so Harriet reaches the steps of Azenta first, and as Jimothy sees Harriet reach the steps and he realizes that he lost, he has a flashback to his vault when Annie, his rival, had beat him to the cafeteria just by a split second.
God damn it, Annie. I mean, Harriet.
Don't call me Granny.
No, that's not what I said, but that's whatever.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to get upset. I get old.
How old are you?
I don't remember. Could I see if I remember?
Yeah. God, what would that be? Recall knowledge on medicine, maybe?
Stuart's great intelligence check.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Nat 20.
Rolling very
Hey.
well.
Okay. Bitch. Now I have to come up
Figuring
with
out how old I am.
I know this is gonna take a
head
second here.
scratcher.
No, I can figure it out. Just give me a half second here. Sorry. Well, let me ask you something. How old were you when you got turned into a super mutant?
Oh, I was 31. I remember that.
Okay, so that helps me. Haha, you're exactly 277 years old.
All right. I've been asked how old I am a lot. Probably like 3 times or something, and I'm 31.
Oh, damn. That's pretty close to me. I'm only 22.
You're 22?
Yeah, so I'll
Pretty
be...
soon you'll be older than me.
Yeah, it's weird how that works, right?
Weird.
Midas, how old are you?
I don't know if I want to share that one with you, buddy.
I'm gonna turn to Harriet and go, he's probably 33.
We should respect our elders.
Yeah.
How old is the robot?
I was gonna say at this point, Hubert and Sparks catch up.
Gentleman never tells.
Probably fresh off the assembly line.
I honestly don't know if I should take offense to that or not. Okay, let's go ahead in then, huh?
The market stalls were like right next to the opening, right?
Yeah, so there's some steps that you make your way up to, and as soon as you reach the top, there's kind of like a bit of a landing, and then you walk about 10-15 feet, and then yeah, it opens up into the marketplace that circles the perimeter of Azenta proper.
Okay, Jimothy's gonna make a beeline for that medicine tent again, where that junkie dude is.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna, I guess, scavenge for penicillin.
You're gonna scavenge. You're not gonna like talk to him and try and buy it like a normal person.
Well, I can't trust this guy.
Well, he can't trust you if you're gonna start rummaging through his shit.
All right. Hey, you, the one with the needle in the arm. Penicillin. Do you have it?
Wait, penicillin?
Yeah,
What?
it's a medicine from Mexico.
Oh man, I've never heard of that. That sounds like some good shit though.
No, I need it.
Huh? Oh, hmm. I don't think I've ever heard of that there, man. Well, let me look. Let me see. And he just like starts rummaging through some shit, and he's like, pulls, picks up like a bottle, reads it, puts it back down, like goes through some more shit, rummaging. He's like, he looks at, he pulls up, um, Radex and Mentats and all these different things. He's like, no, man, nothing by the name penicillin. Yeah, sorry, man. All out.
What kind of hospital is this?
Oh man, this ain't no hospital, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I mean, is there something else I can get you, or like, yeah,
Is there a better doctor?
not. I mean, better. Like, what do you mean? I'm the best that Azenta's got.
Yeah, you don't even have penicillin.
Whoa, bro. I don't like your vibes. Why you coming
Yeah,
at
well,
me?
I don't like you and your lack of penicillin.
Well, I'm sorry that you have a lack of penis, Ellen.
That was good. He's useless to me. I'm just gonna go from vendor to vendor asking if they have it, but we can skip that role play if you want.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody would have had anything medicine derived, it would have been him. What's the rest of the party do?
I think I'm just standing back and muttering penicillin under my breath over and over and over again.
Harriet just like found a nice spot on the ground to lie down in like a corner of the marketplace or in an open area, maybe near where the crops are grown. She's just basking,
Uh,
Okay.
taking a nap.
I never got a chance to hop off her back, so I'm just under her.
Harriet just like forgets about Midas and just like lays down.
It's just, she was wondering why when as soon as she hopped down, there was just a pillow already there.
She kind of does that thing like you do when you like flap your pillow, but she's just like doing it behind her and she doesn't realize it's Midas.
Yeah. Or does she? Give
Yeah,
him a tug.
A tug? Wow, this escalated quickly.
I don't think it works anymore, so we're good.
It's kind of like the ghoul's nose, how that's like where it's
Can I
something's
roll
supposed to be, but it's
Sex
just gone.
appeal to see
Oh,
if it
100%.
works?
Sure. I mean, I don't know. Wait, hold on. Before you do that, I feel like there needs to be some consent that needs to happen.
Also, this is a family podcast.
Is it though?
What the fuck? Since when?
I don't know. I just wanted to say that because a lot of people do.
It's because we're all a family here.
I'm like, since sex appeal became a skill, I think that kind of went out the window. By the way, this is a roughly rated R podcast, apparently.
The irony is the most quiet of all of us was the one that came up with the idea for it too.
I kind of dig it though. It's fun.
I bet you do. Perv.
Okay, so I mean, if Midas is cool with it, go ahead and roll if you want.
All right. But I do roll my charisma to this instead of my intelligence, or add my charisma.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever the.
So that would be
Let's see.
a +3 instead of +0 from intelligence. So 29.
It says you got a 26.
It would be a 29 though, because I used my charisma to roll for sex appeal.
Oh yeah, but it's intelligence. Why does it do that?
It's just when you add a lore skill.
Oh, that's right. It
because sex
automatically
appeal
does.
is like a one we put in there, and it automatically assigns it to intelligence, and I don't have to.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's why I put the little note. Use charisma.
Yeah, look at you.
Yeah.
So 26. I mean, you're filling up Midas right now.
29.
Well, either way.
He's the 2. I'm the 9.
Anywho's,
Anyone else playing Careless Whisper in their head right now?
No, I was not Careless Whisper, but what do you call it? Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye.
Ooh, another great one.
That's what I'm
Wait.
hearing.
Not Marvin Gaye, because that would be copyright.
I mean, you can mention stuff. I think. I don't think as long as we
That's
don't
true.
like use his song. I think we're in the
Okay.
clear there.
Okay, yeah.
Who
Harry
knows?
is
Maybe
just-
maybe we'll get a cease and desist. Who knows?
Hearing like hardcore polka.
So, as this is going on, all right, hardcore polka. That took me a second. Oh god, all I'm thinking is like Weird Al, like sex music now.
That's it. That's what
Yeah.
she's thinking.
Oh god. Um, sorry, I'm laughing way too hard for this. I gotta collect myself.
You don't have to describe it. It was just a quick tug over the pants.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, as I was fluffing the pillow. I'm Hoshu, me.
So as this is happening, a woman that looks to be in her mid-20s is walking towards you with what looks to be about a 6 or 7-year-old daughter in hand, and as she approaches Harriet, she goes, excuse me, are you Harriet?
Yeah. I'm kind of shuffle awake.
Oh, thank you. Thank God. I've been trying to get somebody to help me, and none of these guards seem to care, and I need help. And one of the I think they're members of the Unity or something, Unity Circle or something. I don't know. I met somebody, and they
Yeah.
told me that you would help. Will you help?
Yeah, sure. If no one else will, they should help you. I mean, I've taught them better, but I'm sorry. What do you need?
Just tears are streaming from her eyes.
Do I have any like cloth? Oh no, I'm not really wearing many clothes. I can offer her to.
I mean, Harriet reaches out and like pulls away her tear with Harriet's thumb. Just kind of like pulls it off of her face to wipe it away. In a very consoling, comforting way.
The thumb
and-
does feel like, cracked sandpaper.
Yeah.
But I do it very gently.
Yeah. So as she's like trying to collect herself, her and her daughter start like coughing. So I think my husband's been taken. Last I saw, he was talking to a gentleman, and they were talking about opportunities, and he brought the gentleman over to us, and the guy saw that we were coughing and didn't want anything to do with us, but then all of a sudden, he asked to talk to my husband alone, and then all of a sudden he was gone. She just starts sobbing like uncontrollably.
Do you remember what this man looked like?
He had like he had like brown hair and a brown a beard mustache thing, and he dressed really nice, and I think the last thing that I heard them talking about was somewhere called like Primeville or something, or yeah, like Primeville or something like that. I don't know. But my husband's gone for like, it's been gone for like a whole day now. Like he left, like this happened yesterday, and I can't find him, and I can't find anybody that'll help me.
Did he disappear with the man from the marketplace, did you say, or was it somewhere else in Azenta?
I think so. They stepped away to talk, and then with all these people walking around, it was just he was gone. 1 minute he was here, 1 minute he was gone.
Let's go talk to some of the vendors, see if they remember a dapper, brown-haired, brown-bearded man talking about Primeville. And Harriet will kind of lead her over to the stalls.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So like, are you just walking up to different vendors, just asking?
Yep, just different vendors I might know. Probably, could I see if I would know like which vendor kind of keeps the most watchful eye of the place?
Yeah, I mean, most of the job to kind of be perceptive like that and like would fall on the guards more than the merchants and the
It
vendors.
sounds
The
like she's already talked to the guards.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I kinda wanna, yeah, okay.
I'm just kind of letting you know. Like most of the time, the
Yeah.
vendors are like they only pay attention to people if they're walking up to their stalls, essentially, because there's so many people just walking around. Like, you have to keep in mind, there's Azenta is the biggest hub, so there's like thousands of people that come and go, and for like a post-apocalyptic settlement, like even 1,000 people is massive. It's like the equivalent of like a huge city in our here. So, well, I shouldn't say Azenta is not a huge city, but like the equivalent of a lot of people like coming and going and different faces every single day, that sort of thing.
Well, he probably wasn't here just to kidnap one person. He probably came here looking for something or someone. So I'll keep, asking around on the ground level.
Okay.
Kind of like breaking waves in the crowd for my young guests here. I didn't get your names, young ladies.
my name's Betty.
Betty, and who have you got with you, Betty?
Oh, this little sweetheart right here. Her name's Julie.
Betty and Julie. Okay.
Yeah. My husband's name was Pete.
Pete.
Yeah.
Pete heading to Primeville.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
something I heard. I'm not sure.
We'll ask around. It's okay. All right. And if we don't hear anything here, I'll go ask the guard, and then we can check with Nikkei. We'll ask around. We'll get some
Okay.
information, and then we'll head out in the direction we think they've gone. I'll
So,
gather a search party.
So, as you're like going vendor to vendor, asking all these questions, what's the rest of the party gonna do?
I mean, hang out, I guess. Harriet just took off with some random people.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to check out another vendor, go to Nikkei, try and get like whatever you guys wanted to do. I just wanted to open it up just in case you guys want to do something.
The random people are named Betty and Julie.
I mean, I'm just chilling. I don't really have
Okay.
money or anything to buy anything.
Okay. I just wanted to give you guys the option. So after some time, about 20 minutes, half an hour of you going to all the different vendors that Harriet holds quite the esteem here. So all of them respect Harriet quite a bit and like understand understand how important it is if Harriet's coming to them opposed to a guard or some random person. And like all of them are just like, we've seen so many faces come and go. I didn't see anybody talking to somebody that was well dressed. They don't have a whole lot of information. One of them's like, yeah, I kind of remember the description to the Pete guy coming up and like buying something, but that was a few days ago. Like they don't have a lot of info.
Okay. Well, a few days ago, she said he's only been missing a day.
Well, I meant
okay.
Yeah.
But no one knows anything about a dapper man.
Not so much.
How about Primeville?
The merchants.
Yeah. Do any of them know about Primeville?
Hold on a second.
Or do I?
Yeah, that's where I was going to go with this. So give me a society check.
11.
So there's a part of you that thinks that sounds like kind of familiar, or something like that sounds kind of familiar, but you can't really place it. And like when you're sitting there thinking, like the only thing that you can think of is that you've heard it a long time ago. if you even heard it at all. And for the only thing that you can the only puzzle piece that you kind of remember is that you should Nick Hay might know, because because you and her kind of have been the gatekeepers of this area. So you're like, I don't like that sounds familiar. I can't place it, but maybe Nick Hay would know.
We'll start making our way towards her office. Maybe try to find some of my other friends in the market before heading up there.
Okay. Is the rest of the party gonna follow?
I'm in the markets, but I'm still kind of absorbed in my own thing.
I wasn't sure if you guys were kind of watching Harriet go from vendor to vendor and then just kind of following her, or what you guys want to do.
I mean, I would say I'm not aware of the situation.
Well, I mean,
Harriet's
you
giving
definitely
everyone the "come on, guys" signal.
fair. I was gonna say might have most likely overheard the conversation, since you were Harriet's pillow.
True. I mean, yeah, I'll probably just follow Harriet wherever she's going.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'll follow.
Okay.
Call out to Jimothy. Say, Jimothy, I think we're going over here.
Oh, what's over there?
I don't know. Harriet's just given us to come hither. There's some people that she's walking with, and she went around into the vendors, and now she's going up to Nikkei, it looks like.
Well, as long as she isn't going into the woods again.
No, but
Okay.
this time I think we can see the people, so it's we're good.
Yeah, I'll join Hubert.
Okay. So as Harriet and company make their way through the marketplace, through the residential area, and up to Nikkei's office, do you just walk in the door? Do you knock? What do you do, Harriet? I mean, it's
At
kind of
this
your
point with me and Nikkei, it's
Yeah.
a knock as I'm turning the doorknob,
gotcha.
and
Yeah, I mean,
poking
it's
my
kind
head
of
in. It's kind of the Kramer entrance.
yeah.
I'll let myself in, but kind of one step at a time in case you don't want me in.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of your office as well.
Yeah.
But Nikkei's kind of the face of Azenta.
I pop my head in, but it's so big that I just the door flings open and I'm just standing there kind of awkwardly till I
Okay.
see a nod.
Gotcha. So, as you guys make your way into the office, Nikkei doesn't even acknowledge you at first. You just see that she's looking at a piece of paper, and you just hear, "Those sons of bitches!" And she's just in her own head, just reading this paper and just mumbling to herself and just pissed the fuck off. You can just tell body language. She is not a happy camper right now.
I'm gonna walk up and be like, well, "What'd they do?" "Well, you can tell me about that later, but I have some important, urgent news I need to ask you about first."
Uh, uh, okay, yeah. What is it, Harriet?
Lady here, her husband went missing with a dapper man heading towards Primeville. Do you remember anything about that settlement?
As soon as you say the word Primeville, her demeanor completely changes from pissed off to pale white ghost and just completely terrified. She went from I'm alpha, I'm whoever she's mad at, she's oh, I'm fucking pissed. And now whatever confidence she just had, all of it's out the window, and she just looks you've seen this look before, and she just yeah, you have seen this look before, and she just looks like she went from being boss bitch to back to being a child and just purely terrified, and her face just goes white.
I'm gonna put my hand on her wrist, which is really just covering her whole forearm, and kind kind of nod or like wink over towards the child who's in the room, like implying she needs to like kind of hold it together here. We got guests in the room.
Yeah. So she looks down and locks eyes with the child, and you can just see that she's like giving this child like a 1,000-yard stare now. She's just completely in her own head.
Can I look at the paper she was holding?
Yeah. Yeah, you can like take it out of her hand. She's just like kind of holding it like to the side, kind of like aloft.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna pick that up and just scan it over.
So something that you and I talked about previously, but I don't know if we ever landed on it. What's the what am I trying to say here? Like, how well can Harriet read?
Not very. Like, I know the alphabet. I could probably write my name, a few like Azenta. I see that one. I can probably
Okay.
read some like basic signage, but that's about it.
Okay, so what you see at the top of the piece of paper is the NCR logo of the double-headed bear that says New California Republic. And just kind of doing a quick skim over, what you see is Azenta, the word taxes, and then two percentages that were 20% and now and 30%. That's pretty much all that you can kind of gather.
I don't see anything about like Prime. No, I guess I don't know. If
Primeville,
anyone
no,
wrote
nothing like that on here.
Yeah. All right. Can I like ask someone to watch Brittany and Julie? Is it Brittany?
Betty?
Betty. Betty and Julie. Like outside Nikkei's door.
I mean, yeah, you have the whole party with you.
Yeah.
There's nobody else here besides like Nikkei. I mean, you could ask like a guard if you want to like exit the office. Bill and his knights are, just patrolling and wandering around, so there's nobody really nearby.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna like try to like point down a guard and ask him to wait with Betty
And Julie. Okay.
and Julie outside Nikkei's office, and whoever wants to be in the office can, and whoever wants to be in the hallway with the guards can, but Harriet's kind of closing the door.
Okay. So as this is happening, Nikkei's like he's still staring at where Julie was standing. She's just like completely like in shock. As all this happens, she's just still staring at the ground essentially where Julie was standing. As you guys escort them out, and then you return.
All right, I'm gonna like kind of come into Nikkei's sight by standing in like a little behind where Julie was, not quite covering that spot, but like lurking into it a bit, seeing if she'll look up at me.
Gotcha. Yeah, and as as the commotion and time kind of passes, she's like slowly coming out of whatever was just kind of the shock that she was in, and her head just kind of like slowly pivots up until she locks eyes with you, and you just see her eyes are just like watery, like she's about to just start bawling her eyes out.
Really need to start carrying tissues. Just crying people. Harriet's just gonna like gingerly ask, like, what?
Nick, like, what's going on with her?
Yeah. What's wrong? What's up?
So Nikkei's gonna walk over to her desk and grab her chair. And you as she like pulls out her chair and sits down, she like rummages in her desk and finds a Nuka-Cola and cracks it and just chugs a whole bunch of it and sets it down on the desk. She just like takes a few deep breaths and is just trying to like collect her thoughts and collect herself and try and figure like choosing her words very wisely. So I don't know if I ever told you this, Harriet. But Primeville is kind of where I came from. So Primeville is a settlement that got built outside of Vault 2. My vault, the vault that I'm from. And let's just say there's a reason why I left, and there's a reason why I never want to go back. And if she's like, in the 10 years that we've been here in Azenta, I haven't even heard that name.
Is that reason enough for me or anyone else from Azenta not to go in search of this woman's husband?
Oh, if you go there, be careful.
Is it a be on your guard type careful, or like many don't come back alive careful?
I mean, that depends. There's not much I want to and can say. What I can say is if you go, be careful, and if you guys want to return that man to his family, you better go quick, because if they left, it's probably in their best interest to that you find them before they reach Primeville.
I don't want to push and ask what if we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me yes, I'm trying to let me see.
Can I just float up and
Yeah.
okay, I know this must be hard for you, but we really would like to get some solid information out of what's going on there. And I'll roll like a diplomacy check.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like that's what Harry wanted to do. You can definitely aid her.
Yeah.
I mean, either one of you can. I mean, whoever wants to do that, I'm cool with it. If Harry wants to aid you, or if you want to aid her, it's up to you guys though.
I will aid the robot aiding the K.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh shit!
And a natural one.
I rolled in that one.
And Harriet does not aid.
Yeah. No. Holy shit. Okay.
29 total.
Yeah. God damn. Okay. Damn. That is a big fucking roll you just did. Okay, Nikkei's just like, she grabs the rest of Nuka-Cola and just chugs it and slams it down, and it's like, well, reason why I left. And like her lips and everything about her starts like quivering. Like you can tell that she's just shook. Is there's the descendants of the Vault Dwellers, which I am one of. I found out some very terrible things about them. When you turn 18, they kind of start telling you things. One of the things I found out is they eat people. They find people, and they eat them because they think that they can, like, I don't know, like makes them smarter or better or something. I don't know. But on my 18th birthday, I found this out, and I immediately grabbed what I could and I left. And I left, and I never want to go back. It is they have some technology from the vault that they use to, generate electricity and stuff for the town, and they're nothing. They're not people to be trifled with. But yeah, I could not do that. I could not bring myself to be a part of that. So I left. Um, and thank God, there were. Thank God I found Harriet when I did. I probably wouldn't have survived out in the waste by myself. And then she just like gets up from her seat and just like lunges and just gives Harriet the biggest hug ever, and just kind of like tears are trickling down her face as she just like squeezes you super hard.
Harriet's gonna like immediately try to give her the biggest hug ever, but then remember how big she is and try to give her like just a solid hug without like being
Breaking ribs.
too tight. Yeah, but you can see Harriet is putting effort into this hug.
Yeah.
Getting like the right strength to console her but not crush her.
Jimothy is going to open up his backpack and just leave his box of sugar bombs as like a comfort food on her desk.
So I'm gonna say that since like you do that while she's still hugging Harriet, so she doesn't even really see you do it.
That's
Does
okay. I'm not gonna
Harriet
like.
see him
No,
do
no,
it?
no. I know. I'm just saying like she's gonna appreciate the gesture in like a minute. She's just not like fully aware of what you're doing. Is what I'm saying.
I'm not doing this for myself.
Oh, I know.
Like,
I'm just
she didn't see me. I better put it in my backpack and then bring it back out again.
No, I know. I'm just letting you know that her face is currently buried into Harriet.
Do I see Timothy place them there?
Yeah, you definitely do. You can see over Nikkei, no problem.
Oh, okay. There's just like a Harriet will remember this.
Yeah.
Archiving that memory.
Yeah, like Nikkei's like 5'8" or something, and you're on the 9-foot scale.
Yeah,
So yeah, you see over her like
room. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. When she hugs you, her head is like just under your boobs.
She's
Essentially,
motorboating me. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hubert slides a cap over to Midas. Jeez, I just did not honestly guess cannibalism.
Yeah, me neither.
So so Nikkei kind of pulls away from Harriet and is just kind of collecting herself. She kind of makes her way back to the desk and is just kind of sitting there like just processing, and then she's like you like and jerks her head over and just stares at Harriet, and she just goes like she's now like she went from being in shock and scared to like feeling comforted and kind of collecting herself, and then all of a sudden the realization hits her that's like, oh shit, if they're coming to Primeville, then maybe they're looking for her. Maybe they're trying to take people away from Azenta. Like Azenta's in danger. Maybe she's in danger. Like all this starts flying through her brain really like rapidly. Like, oh my god. Like what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Like just frantic.
We should send an expedition towards Primeville to scout it out. And see if we can recover Betty's husband.
Just for clarifying, what do you mean by expedition?
It could be just the party. It could be, a group of the Phil Knights. But I don't think Azenta really needs to like amass an army and start marching down there. But like a scouting group.
Yeah.
A diplomatic envoy.
So, from your experience with Azenta, I will say that you kind of know that they don't have the manpower to really afford to send any of the guards out.
Does that mean it's just us?
It's you guys or nobody.
All right. Well, we gotta go towards Primeville, guys. Maybe they have penicillin.
I heard you up in here. It's nobody it is. Hubert puts on sunglasses and walks away.
I mean, they probably got some pretty good barbecue sauce, but I mean, I'm
Yeah, is
not sure about
Betty's
the selling.
husband named Bob, by the way?
No, it's Pete.
I was really hoping it was Bob because they could make kebabs.
Oh shit.
Harry is like looking around like this room is full of degenerate. Like no respect. This woman's husband is missing. He may have been kidnapped by cannibals.
No, I don't think it's May. Definitely been kidnapped by cannibals.
I'm trying to be optimistic.
um. So
He could have been
after,
converted by cannibals. We could have told him we eat people, and he's like, "I want to try."
so as as this whole conversation's going, Nikkei's like, Harriet, there's a lot of stuff I need to fill you in on. A lot's happened in the short period of time since you guys left.
Could I politely ask how urgent it is, like, or how long it might take?
What might take the conversation?
Yeah,
I mean the
like,
conversation
debriefing.
not very long.
All
Like,
right.
he just-
Then I'll
she's-
just
she-
politely listen.
yeah. So she's like, well, there's a couple of things of varying degrees of urgency. But look at this bullshit. And she just like takes a piece of paper and just kind of like pushes it into your chest.
Yeah.
She's like,
NCR 20 tech. Yeah.
yeah,
Bullshit.
those assholes want to increase our taxes. We give them everything we can, and all that they want is more and more and more.
Nick, I didn't even know we paid taxes.
Yeah,
Damn.
She just kind of looks down. She's like,
Well, how
like,
much?
well, we were giving them 20% of everything that comes into Azenta, and now they want 30. Can you believe that they want 30?
For what? Like, what are we giving them that for? Are they selling us something?
No, I mean, we're in NCR territory, so like we have to like all the big settlements have to pay taxes to them. I guess for protection or some shit. I don't even know.
I don't see NCR troops.
Well,
I don't know.
that's why we pay taxes, is so then we can live here in peace, and we can have people of super mutants and ghouls and humans and everybody here alike, and they just kind of leave us alone because I just kind of she's like, I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier, but
It's a 10% increase put strain on us. We can found a secondary or sister settlement over near Junction. What was it? City
Junction.
City Junction.
Well, I mean, I've been kind of trying to help them as much as we can, but I mean, between the NCR and all this other stuff going on, like,
Well,
I don't know what I can do.
what if they help us a little too, and we share that burden?
I mean, I guess it's worth a shot. I just got word from them that God damn, that they're having their own troubles. We just got word through the Knights that they're being attacked by raiders periodically, and they're asking us for help. Like, we can't ask them for help when they're asking us for help. That was perfect. That was what I was gonna tell you next, actually. Is that we need somebody to go see how they're doing and what's going on with them, because I guess they had a raider attack, and the raiders are saying that they're gonna come back and they don't know what to do, and they're asking for our help. And
Would I know which direction City Junction is in?
Yeah.
Junction City?
Absolutely. Hey,
I'll be honest, I forgot that was a town. I'm not from here. I remember. I've driven through it like once.
okay, so um so the super duper mart was, essentially like 4 or 5 miles north of Azenta. And City Junction is about 12 to 13 miles northwest of Azenta.
Could I ask Nikkei which direction Primeville is in?
Sure. Um, so she will tell you that it's
Or actually, before I ask her
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
could I try to recall which way I saw her walking from
yeah,
when I first met her?
absolutely. What would that be? I guess that'd be like a survival check for like direction, right?
Yeah. Dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, I mean you kind of remember that she was coming from east of Azenta. Well, when you found her, it was east of where you guys found Azenta, is what I should say.
So, like, she was coming from the west?
Well, so where you met her was
Uh-huh.
east of Azenta, and then together you
Right.
traveled and found Azenta.
Oh, okay. So
So you would know that the location that you found her was east.
coming from the east, heading towards. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Where Azenta is now.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you said City Junction is northeast of here?
Northwest.
No. Oh, shit. Damn.
They're literally like
Working.
opposite directions.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, taxes will pay eventually. That's a long-term problem. Raise we should check in on immediately, but right now, this woman's husband and that girl's daughter is missing, or that girl's father. Harriet's not going senile. Not yet. I'll check it on City Junction within a few days, and I'll be back within a week.
So when you say that you'll be back within a week, Nikkei informs you that it's about a 8 to 9 day trip to Primeville.
Did I say a week? I meant a month.
Okay, so
I don't think we want to waste time, like, resting up. I'm heading out of here with expediency.
I mean, that's up to you guys. Yeah, it's if you guys are gonna go straight to Primeville, it's gonna be a trek.
I'm just following Harriet.
Oh, keep in mind. Oh, so sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Something that I should remind you guys is that like the sun was setting on your way back from the Super Duper Mart. So I don't know if you guys want to just immediately take off, or if you guys want to wait till the morning, or what you guys want to do.
I'm fine traveling in the night.
The Airbnbs here are racist.
I do want to tell the guards to like take Betty and Julie back to where they're staying, and I'll tell them that I got some leads from Nikkei about where Primeville might be, and I'll head that way as soon as I can.
She just she takes your enormous hand in both of hers, and she's just like, thank you for helping me, thank you so much. Please find my Pete. He is my everything, please. And Julie just looks up with you with just like tears in her eyes, and she's just like, thank you, miss. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna pat the girl very, very gently.
She just smiles up at you.
Good. But I'm hoping like my whole hand like covers her head.
Oh, like
Very, like-
your entire palm
Yeah, like
covers her head.
I'm like mitting her,
Yeah.
palming her head. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, if you wanted to,
Yeah.
you could just like pick her up by the head.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's
I'm
how
I'm doing
bad.
that, but I'm not picking her up.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
I
just
know.
my
I know. I'm
hand.
just
Yeah.
I'm just saying that.
Mhm. But that's the position I'm going for.
Okay.
The claw
So
grab.
so is there like what does the rest of the party want to do? Is there anything that you guys want to do before leaving Azenta? Like what are you guys thinking here?
There was one thought kind of going through Jimothy's mind near the beginning of this conversation, and it was 16 is a bigger number than 2.
What do you mean by that?
16, Vault 2.
Oh, yeah. 16 is significantly bigger than 2. It's
And
like
then,
eight times bigger.
He was just wondering if they were eating people in Vault 16.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah. Now he's kind of a little confused about his own vault now.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, if there's nothing else anybody wants to do,
I think we'll just follow along.
Cool.
So Primeville is like a ways away, though, right? That's
Yes.
9 days. Junction City.
City Junction.
City Junction. That would only take like a day. But yeah, I still think I want
Yeah.
Prime City like first.
Yes.
'cause
Yes. Sorry, I'm sorry.
we're
I
not
keep
gonna
interrupting.
deal with nightly or weekly frequent raids in a day or two, and by that time, Pete could be, toast or
Yeah.
on toast.
Yeah, so it would be about roughly a day's worth of travel to City Junction if you guys went that way, and then it's gonna be like I said, 8 or 9 days of travel to get to Primeville. It's quite a ways away. And that's kind of why Nick Hay felt safe in Azenta, is because it was so far away.
I'll fill like everyone in on like how far Primeville is, and tell them that that's where I'm gonna go find Pete.
Okay. Oh, so sorry. A key piece of information that Nikkei would have told you is that Primeville is just outside of NCR territory.
Okay. All right.
So it's a little bit more
we're heading towards the border.
Yeah, a little bit more sketchy because there isn't NCR presence there.
Would I know of any settlements along the way where we might be able to like ask around or rest? Or
Yeah,
if we're gonna have to be like kind of camping wilderness style it.
I'd say give me. I kind of debate if that's like a society or a survival. Wait, so I guess so. You're asking about specific settlements, right? If there's any settlements along the way.
Yeah. I rolled.
Oh, that was so fucking close to a nat 20. So all that Harriet kind of remembers is,
So remember that when I fail, I do get one truth, one. I don't know what the DC was, but if I failed or critically failed, but I do get a little bit of dubious knowledge here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you. Wait, what did you roll again?
9.
So yeah, you failed. You didn't crit fail.
Okay.
So what's that mean for your dubious knowledge?
When I fail but not critically fail a recall knowledge check using any skill, I learn a bit of true knowledge and a bit of erroneous knowledge, but I have no way to differentiate which is which.
Okay. So you remember that there's settlements and you remember that there's wilderness.
I think we'll be fine either way. I can handle both of those. Harriet's gonna say there's shelter out there.
Well, don't you guys have like bed rolls or something?
Yeah. Roll those out on the floor, or maybe in a building or something. We'll figure it out.
So when you say bedrolls, Midas remembers being the pillow a few minutes ago.
Yeah, he's not looking forward to that again.
We don't have to do that again. I can be the pillow next time.
A strong pass.
All right.
He's traumatized now.
Okay. Sorry.
Harriet
still
takes a
left.
few steps away from Midas.
Sorry, I'm still imagery. So after making sure that Betty and Julie are taken care of, you guys leave Azenta, and you walk down the steps, just as the sun goes behind the horizon and darkness starts to fall. Do any of you guys have dark vision?
I have low light.
You have a low light?
I have a Pip-Boy with a flashlight.
Touche.
I turn on the light.
I have low light and motion sense.
Cool. So, as you guys leave Azenta, and you walk out into the wastes, you travel through, what used to be, a bigger area with a bigger city, and you see just like crumbled buildings and destroyed remnants of what used to be homes and businesses along the way. And there's destroyed, just, the streets are covered with debris and broken down vehicles, and every now and then you guys will hear like a noise of some wildlife in the distance. And after traveling for quite some time, 4 or 5 hours, the moon is bright and kind of shining down on you guys to give you guys a little bit additional light as you travel along the way. As you get further and further from Azenta, you guys pass by a little building that Hubert recognizes. And as you guys get closer and closer and you approach, you see Hubert's Comics. And it's Hubert's old store.
We all see it?
Yeah, you guys are like walking, and you guys just kind of see it off to your right, maybe like 20, 50 feet from where you guys are walking. You just kind of see this building in the distance, and with the moonlight and the Pip-Boy and your guys' low light vision, you can see the sign that says Hubris Comics.
Shay, is there something you wanted to say?
Hubert looks over and he says, "Oh, home," and then goes in, unlocks the door, turns around, closes it, locks it, puts a close sign, and
But the rest of the
Wait.
party outside.
and that's Hubert.
Did you leave the rest of the party outside?
I will roll my new character now. I think I'm gonna go with a ghoul. Brotherhood of the Steel. No, Hubert sees it and goes, "Oh, hey guys, that's my old store. That's a great place to take shelter for the night."
It is getting late.
And I believe the fleshies have to sleep. I think that's the thing.
You were a merchant?
Oh yes, fine merchant of Hubert's comics and comic books and comic lore and all that fun stuff.
Does Harriet know what a comic is? I mean, like, she can't read, but she probably really likes comics.
I mean, I would say that you've probably seen them from time to time.
How much knowledge can I remember about comics? Do I have like knowledge of specific runs and
Don't you have like
editions?
don't you have like a additions?
Yeah,
Don't you
yeah.
have like a pre-war knowledge or something? Or no?
Me
Um,
or
Well, I know that
I didn't-
Hubert does, but I wasn't sure if Harry had it as
is that like a feat or something?
it was a lore. It was
Not that I
lore.
know of. Lore
Yeah.
skill?
Okay.
No, I don't.
Yeah, Hubert has pre-war lore skill, so I wasn't sure if Harriet had it too. I couldn't remember.
I do not.
So I mean,
I just have my dubious knowledge.
yeah, I mean, I guess you tell me. I mean, I don't know if Harriet would care about something like that or not.
She's probably excited at the prospect of there being a whole store about comics. She probably like sees them like in the corner in a K's office every now and then and gets like really excited to like thumb through them.
Gotcha.
She really likes the onomatopoeias, the whams and bows. You know, those are the big words she can really read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bamf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bamf is her favorite word.
So as you guys enter the store, you see like cardboard cutouts of Grognak, and you see cardboard cutouts of like the Mistress of Mystery. You see just like posters all over the walls. Actually, before I start going any further, would you like to describe the inside of your store there, Shay?
I mean, I think you already at a good spot where you're at.
Okay, sorry. I was like,
yeah.
I was going and I was like, actually, I don't want to take that away from Hubert if Hubert wants to describe it.
No, run with it, Jim.
Okay, cool. So a lot of the shelves are kind of barren from the years. But yeah, there's like posters of different characters from different comics up all over the place. You can see some advertisements for like Nuka-Cola, Quantum, and like all these different advertisements and stuff. But you know, like everywhere else in the wasteland, everything looks kind of worn and not really dirty because Hubert is pretty immaculate at keeping the inside clean. But you can just tell that they're definitely aged and that sort of thing.
Anyways, there's a break room back here behind the counter with some stuff. I don't think there's food or it's usable. I think somebody brought donuts before the bombs dropped. So, hey, there's those. And then, yeah, don't touch anything and don't mess up the store.
Jimothy is going to create a bed out of some comics.
So I'll say that there isn't yeah, so they're just like off-brand comics that you haven't really heard of or seen before. There isn't anything like too exciting.
Oh yeah, no. I don't think they would read comics in his vault.
Oh, okay. Fair. So you guys are just oh go ahead.
Yeah, well, good night, everybody.
Yeah, that's cool. Just disrespect the comics and everything. That's fine. Yeah, sweet dreams. Nothing's going to happen to you while you sleep.
The
Sleep
sleeping bag, the bedroll is untouched.
Hubert reaches behind the counter and pulls out a Sharpie, and then he waits.
You guys and your shenanigans, I fucking love it. So yeah, I'm assuming that Harriet and Midas also kind of like probably not. Yeah.
Harriet's gonna be like thumbing through whatever she can see. She's going to look for like. You said there was cardboard cutouts? Was it just Grolnok or
so you see
Grognak, or is there one of the Mistress of Mystery?
Correct. Yeah, there's one of each.
Yeah.
Grognak is probably the bigger display because he's the more popular one, so he's gonna be closer to the register. Where like the Mistress of Mysteries can be kind of like in a back corner trying type thing.
That's where Harriet's heading. She's gonna like just plop a seat by that cardboard cutout and just start thumbing through whatever comics she can reach there.
Something that that you all kind of noticed as you first walked in, by the way, was there was like a display that you could tell used to hold something. And above it said Grognak's axe. As you guys
stole Grognak's axe. Does Hubert know about this? Hey, Hubert.
Yes?
Do you see that someone stole Grognak's axe? Wait, I can't read that sign that says Grognak's axe. You see the broken case?
Oh yes, it's not stolen. It's borrowed temporarily. And Hubert swings an arm out, and an axe kind of sticks out from inside the arm.
Oh, okay. All right.
Said I would keep a little bit of hubris with me.
Makes sense. You're well armed.
What
Hubert doesn't get the joke.
Why didn't you take the cutout?
Because it's really hard to paper cut somebody to death.
And I have the cutouts.
I'd rather not, but seeing how I'm probably not employed by Super Comics anymore, screw it. No, don't actually screw it. Just you can have one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Grognak one.
Okay, can I ask, since you're naked, where you're storing this?
I'm just carrying it like with.
Oh, it's just like under your arm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a surfboard.
This reminds me of Lars and the Girl. What was it? What's his name?
It's Joaquin Phoenix, right? No, it's
no.
Ryan Gosling, maybe.
Yes, I was gonna say the fancy Ryan. Yeah, Ryan Gosling. Yeah, Lars and the Girl, where he carries around basically like a blow-up doll.
Yeah. At first, I was thinking of what's that movie, Her or whatever, with I think it's Joaquin Phoenix that like falls in love with the operating system.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of at first. But anyways, so you you all kind of settle in for the night. I don't know if I want to know what Harriet's going to be doing with that.
I'm having like
cutout.
a comic reading. Like I've gathered Mistress of Mysteries and Grelnuk the Barbarian and whatever other cutouts I could find. I lopped them in a circle and I'm sitting at the head of the circle and we're just reading.
Oh, okay. I
There's
thought that you were
cornucopia of comics in the middle of it.
Gotcha. I thought maybe you were going to try and make Midas jealous or something.
No. I just someone stole Grelnuk's axe. I stole Grelnuk, and I'm gonna have a little tea party over here.
Fair. So as you all kind of go to your various spots in the shop and kind of settle in for the night, and take a long rest, I think that's might be where we're gonna call it tonight, guys.
Chaperone can get our number. The world's in slumber. Let's misbehave. There's something wild about you, child, that's so contagious. Let's be out